This week, Gina and I are headed down to Ticaboo for the first annual Ticaboo Rally, which features a great ride that takes us off from the lodge and goes up into the Henry Mountain Range. Then we're following NOVACC as they host a great trails convention which features leaders of the off-road and outdoor communities and helps them better understand the principles of trail design. And finally, Reece and Marianne take us out to one of the most unusual wedding venues in the state as they head out to the Church of Dirt. It's all headed your way right now. At Your Leisure is next. Hello everybody, welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Kevin Mortensen.
And I'm Gina Mortensen.
And we are here in Ticaboo, Utah at the first annual 2019 Ticaboo Rally. This place is cool.
It's absolutely beautiful today.
You know, these are trails that are really new to UTV enthusiasts in Utah. And we're here with UTV Utah and Bud Bruning. And those guys have really done a lot of work to throw this together.
I mean, it started with nothing but a Facebook page. Social media is very powerful because now they have 14,000 members and they put together a ride for this.
That's a lot of people united for one cause, and that's to keep these trails open. Because you know what, last couple weeks ago on the show, we were on horseback and we're making our way through Snow Canyon State Park.
This is easier.
Today we're on UTVs and we are in some of the most beautiful country that you're ever going to see. You need to get down here. You know, we got to make our way down this trail. We got to catch up to the group.
We're a little behind.
Yeah, so while we do that, let's go talk to Bud Bruning while he explains just a little bit what it took to make this happen.
About a year ago, the group here at Ticaboo invited us out to come check out the place. Ticaboo Resort has actually been closed for a long time. It's now newly renovated and open. We had such a great time. We went back and said, you know what, we got to get our group down here. We got to bring a whole bunch of people down here, show it off, show what you can now access in your machines, and basically take advantage of everything Lake Powell has to offer from your UTV. A lot of people drive through here, but they don't ever stop to see what's actually here and what you can access from a UTV. I mean, a lot of people come down to Lake Powell, they drive right past this stuff, they go down to the lake, but they don't realize what you can access from a UTV straight from Ticaboo. So this is actually really cool. It's like Lake Powell in the wintertime without the water. The scenery is absolutely beautiful out here. The resort is awesome. They've got nice rooms. Come down, grab a machine. They've got awesome maps. So don't be intimidated. All the trails, nothing is too technical. It's all really just good trails with a lot of neat scenery. So I would say bring your family down, grab a map, and come exploring. We got a very strong voice within the OHV community. We fight to keep trails open. We fight illegal trail closures. And we would encourage anybody that whether you have a motorcycle, an ATV, a Jeep, or a side-by-side, go and join the group. It's absolutely free to join. And you only make the OHV group voice stronger by joining our group.
We're still enjoying this beautiful scenery that is out here. It's absolutely gorgeous.
How about that ride? It's been amazing.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a good time. We really want to thank the Ticaboo Lodge for loaning us a machine so we can get out and see this. But look, we found this little knoll. This is just an example, just a little taste of the views you get out here on these trails. If you go to the Ticaboo Lodge, the trail that we decided to take off was right behind their adventure center. And it's a well-marked trail, and we've made our way down through some amazing canyons. I think we're going to send you guys off to check out this week's Where To, and we're going to head up and have lunch with the rest of the group.
Lunch!
Lunch!
It couldn't be simpler. 2 sections of wood planks mounted on rough-hewn logs divided by an aisle. An altar of sticks lashed together with twine. This is the Church of Dirt. The reservation system is equally basic. Simply write your name and wedding date on a board and put it in the pile. Some are planning well ahead. The Church of Dirt is not only free, but you'll save money on flowers. They're included. It's definitely primitive, yet maybe the most scenic of all venues.
I love it. It is gorgeous. Absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah.
Breathtaking. Yeah. Love it.
Bunny and Jim Peters have invited a few of their closest friends to the wedding of daughter Amanda and Justin Knitter at the Church of Dirt, high on the Empire Pass summit between Park City and Midway.
They fell in love with the area. They're avid hikers and climbers, and this is where they decided to have their wedding.
It was beautiful. We've never been here, so this was really amazing.
It was the first time in Utah for many of the wedding party. The bride's family is from Chicago, the groom's from Houston, a prototype destination wedding.
There we go. All right, now look up at the camera, everybody. Big smiles there. Keep looking up at 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I love that. Excellent.
We just love the mountains. We're very outdoorsy people. We like climbing and hiking, and we came out here for our 5th anniversary last year and just fell in love. So the Church of Dirt was actually, it's like a local spot, but our florist let us in on the secret. So we just thought it would be an amazing place for pictures.
And it turned out it was.
The facilities here, everything's a little primitive, but that's kind of suits your personalities.
Yeah, and we had a very small group of people, so it worked out really well. It's a very intimate ceremony up here, and yeah.
But be careful. Up here, you never know when you might get an uninvited guest.
Oh yeah, there were people wandering by, but that's okay. That's pretty cool.
That's nice.
Yeah.
The Church of Dirt sits alongside the Empire Pass hike and bike trail, just one of more than 400 miles of some of the best mountain biking in the world. Beginning as a dirt road from the trailhead parking area at the 8,900-foot summit, it quickly turns into single tracks, which follow the ridge down into the trees, then back to the ridge, with spectacular views of the valleys below. Bikers share the trails with hikers. It's 1.5 miles to the Empire Express Chair, a popular turnaround spot. My favorite trail is the Wasatch Crest at nearly 10,000 feet, connecting Guardsman Pass with Park City to the east and Upper Mill Creek Canyon to the west. One way it's over 11 miles, but from Guardsman Pass it's mostly downhill. Parking has been closed at Guardsman Pass this year, but a new lot just opened 1 mile east along the main road. A new hiking trail connects the lot with the Empire Ridge Trail and maybe the most unusual and naturally beautiful wedding venue in the state.
Well, my fiance was just out here walking one day, and he was like, "You've got to see this," and that was before we were even engaged, and we're like, wow, that would be such a dream.
For this week's Where To adventure, I'm Reece Stein at the Church of Dirt.
Fly higher. Go further. Do more. Pursue your passion with Polaris, the world leader in off-road. Live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Enjoy savings up to $3,500 during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Hi, my name is Spencer Cox. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Utah, and I'm the new spokesperson for Ride On. Ride On is a unique partnership between all the land managing agencies in the state of Utah to maintain trails, to advocate safety, to advocate wise stewardship amongst all of us who use these trails. And I'm doing it because trails matter to me. This is important for my children. I want them to be safe, and I want them to be stewards of the trail. If you would like more information, go to ohv.utah.gov.
This What's New segment is brought to you by Tunex. Hunting season's here. Is your rig ready? Come and see us.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Katie Yardley with Eagles Landing, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making my jalapeno au gratin potatoes. They'll tickle your tongue, but without the fire. Come on, let's get cooking. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put 2 tablespoons of butter in a saucepan over about medium-low to medium heat. Once it's melted, you want to put in your diced jalapenos. Now, I take out the membranes and the seeds, but if you want that extra fiery kick, go ahead and leave them in. You want to saute these down for about 3-4 minutes, get them a little soft, tender, and actually let the butter infuse with the flavor of the jalapeno. All right, once they've simmered for about 3 minutes, we go ahead and add 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Then we add 3 cups of half and half. And then we take 1 package softened cream cheese cut into about 1-inch cubes, and we add it to the mix. Now with this, you want to stir quite often because you don't want your milk to scorch, and you want to keep the cream cheese melting down into your sauce. Go ahead and add some salt and pepper. And then my secret ingredient, fresh ground nutmeg. I usually put about 1/8 of a teaspoon of this in. Once you get all your ingredients in, this is when you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Once your cream mixture has come to a simmer and the cream cheese has actually had a chance to melt and dissolve into the mixture, then what we want to do is we want to start assembling the dish, starting with our potatoes. Go ahead and lay them down in a layer, slightly scalloped. You want them just a little overlapping. Once you have the first layer down, we take about 1/3 of our mixture over here and slowly ladle it over the top. Always put a little bit more salt and pepper on top because potatoes always need a little bit more salt. Then I take sharp white shredded cheese. Then after that, we do another layer of our potatoes. Now the nice thing about this recipe, you can do 3 layers if you want, or you can actually do 4 layers. It's all up to you. All right, once you've got all your layers in, you take your remaining sharp white cheddar, sprinkle it all over the top. Then once you have that, we have about 1 cup of pre-shredded Parmesan cheese you want to sprinkle over the top of that. Cover it, nice big sheet of aluminum foil, and in the oven it goes. 375 degrees for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Remove the foil, and then let cook for about another 15 minutes. Once the potatoes have been cooking for an additional 15 minutes after the foil's been removed, carefully remove the pan from the oven. It's bubbling hot. Now it's got to sit for another 15, 20, even 30 minutes. All right, jalapeno au gratin potatoes. These are so amazing. You have got to try this. We'll be right back with more At Your Leisure.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
When we go on vacation, I never ask, are we there yet? Because my daddy makes sure each stop we make is at Eagles Landing. They have such cool things for kids, like a petting zoo. They have the cleanest bathrooms on earth, and Daddy doesn't freak out pulling up to the pumps, because they're really big and he says it's the best gas in the world. And you can get your tire fixed, like we had to. Oh, and their food is so yummy. Eagles Landing is so much fun, I don't care if we ever get there.
Hi, I'm Nolan Steadman.
And I'm Bruce Steadman.
We have been selling motorcycles like this since 1960.
Motorcycling has been part of our family forever.
We love riding and enjoying the outdoors, everything that Utah has to offer. Riding motorcycles, snowmobiles, ATVs, and now side-by-sides. That's what we do, it's who we are.
Steadman's Recreation in Tooele. We've been proudly serving Utah's families for over 50 years.
Steadman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out there, but remember, it's only 30 back.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're here at the beautiful Ticaboo Resort. It is absolutely wonderful. We have everything we need out literally in the middle of nowhere. Lake Powell's right over here, and we've come to Lake Powell many times on our boat. And I just think to myself, what if I ran out of something? This is exactly where you want to be. You've been here before. You came here with employees, though, long time ago.
You know, we did. We came down about 10 years ago and worked on this place, and it was a lot different then. So I'm really surprised when I came down this morning how much different and how much has changed. You know, it's really, when you talk about it's out here in the middle of nowhere, it's really like an oasis. Their adventure center is called Base Camp, and that's a really great description for what they've got, because you're coming down the highway, it's all red rock and sagebrush, and then there's this little oasis of trees, and they've got the hotel, they've got a gas station, they've got their stores.
But having all of that makes the trails more accessible and the lake accessible. So whether you're experienced at this or you're brand new, they're gonna have everything, so you're not gonna get lost. They're gonna have all the supplies, the knowledge, everything you need to do exactly what you wanna do and enjoy yourself.
That is so true. They really do have all of that ready to go, ready for anybody that's wanting to come down and have a good time. So let's go load up the kids, let's get in the machine, let's go down and check out the Narrows, and let's send you guys over to talk to the resort staff so they can show you themselves what they have to offer here.
Yeah, so here at Ticaboo, we've got a 72-unit lodge, but we also offer on top of that, we have several vacation rental homes here as well. So we've got Base Camp, which offers both UTV rentals, it offers boat rentals, it offers kayaks and guided tours, canyoneering, and then during the summertime, we also have Moki's Restaurant as well. There is hundreds of miles of trails, and that's a great thing about a rally or coming over to Ticaboo for guided tours and working with TJ and his crew and going out on either a group tour or an individual tour to be able to really experience this country is you can get out there and have people explain what's out there and see petrified rock gardens and devil's toenails and all kinds of petroglyphs.
Ticaboo is this desert oasis out here. We're just north of the Bullfrog Marina on Lake Powell. Everyone comes here for the lake. No one knows about this desert area around here. Canyoneering, hiking, ATV riding. Just so much stuff that people aren't aware of. There's just way more to it than water sports. That Hiller's Loop that we did for the rally, there's a nice little technical section on it that's really fun. And then you get some great views of the lake, wildlife. Just come see for yourself, really. Once you're out here, you'll realize why it's so special.
Ticaboo is an oasis in the desert, North Lake Powell area. It's just amazing scenery around here, and that's been what's been awesome about this Ticaboo Rally is we've been able to showcase some of this scenery, the Mount Hiller's Loop. We're able to go around and just see some spectacular scenery there, and then today we did Taste of Ticaboo that gave us a real feel for the area just right around here at Ticaboo in a loop area, and just a spectacular area here in North Lake Powell.
We have finished the ride and we've made our way over to Moki Grill or Moki's Restaurant here at Ticaboo Resort, where they are having one of our very favorite restaurants out of Richfield cater the event this week, Big Daddy's Grill. These guys really know how to cook. Look at this food. This is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to sink my teeth into this. Just like that.
Well, I worked up an appetite on the trail today. Chocolate cake and French fries.
He's been here cooking all morning. As long as we've been up, he's been out there cooking. He's got really quite a grill over here.
It's delicious, yes it is.
Everything from potatoes starting whole and turning them into French fries to them forming these patties.
Did you see him he used his press and he just presses a potato right through and it shreds it. It's something I need at home.
Yeah. While these kids start sinking their teeth into these burgers, we're going to send you guys off to this week's Along the Way.
Well, I'm a project manager with NOVACC, the National Off-Highway Vehicle Conservation Council. Basically, we're conducting a 3-day workshop. The classroom sessions were in Cedar City. They were held at the Heritage Hall, and it was a full-day class session for the Forest Service personnel, BLM personnel, Utah State Parks, as well as enthusiasts, clubs, riders, that type of thing.
Great Trails Workshop is a 3-day comprehensive workshop based on the Great Trails Guide, a NOVACC publication written by Dick Dufour that describes how to build sustainable and fun OHV trails and provide quality experiences when people are out for a ride.
The real beauty of the whole idea is to bring all these folk together, get a wide variety of spectrums, because a lot of trails experience the same struggles, and so it's great to have an organization like this. That's why the OHV program wanted to host these guys here.
I love being outside. You know, the classroom is a very necessary part of the course, and we learn a lot. We get to discuss a lot of neat things, but you know, being outside is always the goal. Everybody in this profession wants to be outside. You get a bunch of trail professionals in a room, and they're going to get pretty antsy because they don't want to sit there all day. They want to be out on the trails. So, you know, this is definitely the fun part where we get to look at the trails and talk about what's going on in the trail system.
There's a lot of work, you know, you're trying to balance what the users are looking for, but also kind of resource protection or what the land managers, you know, want to kind of keep intact. A lot of trails are historic point A to point B. They might have been like old mining trails or like pack trails, so they weren't built for a recreation experience. They're usually just built to go somewhere.
We teach a lot of principles on proper design and how to lay out a trail that flows and lays on the landscape, but also provides a lot of sensory input to the riders, and a lot of that is visual. A lot of it may be shapes and colors. It may be the landscape that you can see. So we want to make sure that all of that gets built into the design of the trail.
Going over a lot of the maintenance and just how to build sustainable trails and keep people on trails that they enjoy riding. It's been great for networking and sharing thoughts and ideas with other folks from around the country.
It's extremely gratifying. The real reward is that we're going to head into some trail layout and design exercises this afternoon, which are a normal part of our workshop. And we'll get to see people start putting the pieces together and making their own decisions and coming up with their own ideas and questions and coming up with the design of their own. So, you know, to see them apply the concepts that we talk about for a day and a half or 2 days and really catch on, that's the part that we all take the greatest reward from.
That Ski-Doo feeling presents the ultimate freedom. Introducing the 2020 Ski-Doo Deep Snow Sleds. The Ski-Doo sales event is on now. Visit your local dealer for details.
Hey, you don't have to miss 1 second of adventure. Follow At Your Leisure on YouTube to watch full episodes or your favorite stories from the show. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on all of At Your Leisure's adventures.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. Look over my shoulder. The sun's starting to set. We've been on an all-day ride. We got back just in time to clean up and get some dinner. We showed you Big Daddy's Deli. That was an amazing dinner. People down there are kind of starting to
loosen up.
They're loose. Yeah, they are. They're catching some music. They've got a beer tent going. They're retiring back to their trailers. Starting to see card games pick up. People laughing and joking and having a good time.
While we enjoy our evening here, we're going to send you to check out this week's sticker winner.
This week's contest winner is Scott and his wife Tony, who were spotted right here at the Ticaboo Rally. Scott and Tony are the lucky winners of a $400 gift certificate to RyFab. RyFab offers the best custom metal fabrication for your rig. Visit ryfab.com for more details. Congratulations, Scott and Tony. Be sure to call us on Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. Now let's take a look at our calendar of events. First off, ski season is upon us, and some of our favorite resorts' opening day is just around the corner. Powder Mountain opens up on November 30th, and Eagle Point in Beaver opens on December 20th. Then on November 29th and 30th, be sure to come join Weller Recreation in Camas for their open house event, where you'll find great deals and discounts on all your favorite brands and be entered to win a Yamaha PW50. Finally, December 4th through the 7th is the Christ Kindle Market, which offers a unique cultural holiday shopping experience for the whole family at This Is the Place Heritage State Park. Now, let's take a look at next week's show. Next week, Chad and Ree are taking us down to Beaver as they head out for one last motorcycle ride through the canyons with some friends. Then we follow the crew from Polaris Can-Am World as they show us how to keep the good weather riding going all season long as we head down to Mesquite. And finally, we visit the Wasatch Mountain State Park as the Utah ATV Association hosts the Hills for Heroes event, which features a great ride in support of our veterans.
Well, next week's show looks great.
It really does, always does. Listen, I want to say something about UTV Utah and this event that the Ticaboo Resort has put on. UTV Utah is really growing. They're getting a big following around the state, and you know there's strength in numbers. And if we don't take care of the land and we don't take care of the trails that we ride on, we're going to lose this opportunity. And there's so many people that love to get out and just see the world from the seat of a four-wheeler. You really need to get down here and you need to see what this small little corner, this portion of the earth has to offer. Glen Canyon is an amazing place, absolutely beautiful. It's one of our favorite places. Remember though, there's adventure around every bend.
You just have to get out there and create it yourself at your leisure.